Hello Capricorn, welcome to your 2020 yearly reading. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Capricornians. It's a reading for Capricorn Sun, Rising and Moon sign. So welcome to your reading. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing and for commenting on my channel. I really appreciate that. For those of you who haven't subscribed, if you would like to subscribe, click the subscribe button below and the notification bell, and that way you will know when I am posting new videos for you to watch. Thank you for your support. This is a yearly reading for you, Capricorn, for 2020. If you would like a yearly reading that is specific to you, then you can follow the link below to my website and book a yearly reading from there. The yearly readings are on offer for the month of December and January only, so it's a limited time. If you would like to have a reading that's specific to you, make sure you go to my website and book your reading from there. So let's have a look at what's going on. I've got a 12 card spread, one card for each month for you. It speaks of the energy that is there for you in each month of 2020 and what energies you're working with, and you know, when is a good time to push plans forward, when is it a time to not, for example. I've also got a second deck that I will shuffle, and as I read the energy for each month, I will draw a second card to give me more detail and depth. So let's have a look. January, how does January see you? The energy is very Queen of Wands in January. The energy is one of action, of being in control, of being very, very confident about the plans you've put in place, about what's going on, being listened to as well. So you're going to be really playing a part and really in the forefront of whatever's going on in January. You will be sought after, your advice will be sought after, you're going to be standing really strong and really confident, and you have expectations that certain things will happen in certain ways as well in January. I really like that. So you're going to be feeling really energetically really good in January. Things are falling into place. You're really in control of situations as well. It's crossed with the Hermit, which is an interesting card as well. So while you're feeling really confident and taking action, also remember to take some time out for self-reflection. Take some time out for yourself. The Hermit talks about drawing in your energy. So it's also an energy of great output, but be reminded that it will always also be a time for you to call in your energy, to take some time out, to reflect, to restore energies and outputs as well. So it's about finding that balance in January as well. I feel like towards the end of January you're going to need some time out. You're going to need to just recharge your batteries, to reflect on where you're moving to, reflect on what's going on and what's coming up for you. Then along comes February, and in February again you've got Wands. You've got the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is about achieving quite a bit. So I feel like in January you're going to achieve quite a bit. You're going to plan quite a bit. You're going to set goals. You're going to do a great deal. There's a lot of action happening in January, and by February you've achieved a lot, and it's about sitting and reflecting. Okay, where to next? What have I learned? What have I achieved? What have I learned about myself? What have I learned about other people? So it's an energy of looking back at what's been achieved, how far you've come, and where to next. Where are you going to next? Just taking some time out from your victories, from your successes, and thinking about where you're going to next, because there's new horizons. There's new opportunities, new horizons, new things coming up for you. You're going to hear of new opportunities. You're going to, someone's going to talk about new plans. For some of you, there's a trip across water or a holiday across water coming up for you, or planning to take a holiday at some stage. So there's planning for a holiday, planning for a trip, but there's also new opportunities and horizons, and that could come in the form of a new job, new work opportunities, a move of house. You know, there's that can take many shapes and many forms for each of you. It's going to be different for each of you, but it's about stopping and reflecting and seeing how far you've come, because there's going to be more opportunities coming your way. And that's a really, you know, the Six of Swords, it's a really good card. It means that there's new opportunities there for you to grab, movement as well, opportunity to change something in your life. That's the energy that's there for you. I like that. Then March comes along and you've got the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about, it's not a knight, it's pages about thinking. It's about communication. It's about getting your point across. It's about thinking about things. It's about planning. It's about learning new skills. So for some of you, it's a new form of planning to take on new study, planning to develop further new skills. For some of you, it's going to be a good time to communicate to others, to get your point across, to be heard. It's a good time to be heard. Public speaking for some of you too. There's a month of public speaking coming up for you. And the card that crosses that is the Three of Cups, which is the card of celebrations and successes. So whatever it is that you're thinking of doing in March, it's going to be really successful. It's going to have successful outcomes. It's going to work for you. It's going to be really successful. I really like that. I think that's going to be really good for you. So March is a month of success, then we have April, and April flows on from March. Those successes see you moving into new areas. This is the Eight of Wands. It sees you moving into new opportunity, grasping new opportunities that are coming up for you. That can take many shapes, many forms for each of you, but it is a time of new things coming. So the first 3-4 months of the year are really about new things. It's about new things coming, new opportunities coming, change coming. And I think a lot of that's got to do with changes within you, changes in you, and changes in your attitude, and changes in how you're doing things and how you're wanting to get things done. Wands is about action, and you've got 3 months of Wands, and that's about, it's not about thinking, it's not about contemplating, it's not about sitting still, it's about taking action. You're going to take action on the opportunities possibly that are coming up for you in February and March. Again, you've got Wands, the Nine of Wands. Again, you've had the Nine of Wands in February. This is a different deck, Nine of Wands, and it's about sitting and thinking about where you've come from, what you've learned, what you want, where you want to go. And you know, you've got a wand there that's lit and it's got new growth on it, which means it's a positive outcome. It's a positive movement forward. Again, Wands, it's going to be a time of great action for you. It's going to be a time of change for you. So 2020, I think, is starting out to be quite a dynamic year for you, my lovely Capricornians, where there's endings of how things have been in the past, and there's new opportunities, new things coming up for you in the future. May, the Six of Swords, May. So there is change. There's change coming from moving to new things. There's changes coming in your life, and in May you're going to see those changes. In May you're going to take those changes. In May it's going to be a month of change. It's going to be a month of communication. It's going to be a month of writing to someone across the water, but a new phase in your life is underway, and that transition, you're going to start seeing those changes coming through in May. really interesting. I feel like you're taking with you. So for some of you, it's going to mean a change in job, a change in working for some other organisation where you're learning new skills and new knowledge is coming through for you. For some of you, it's a change in a personal relationship, maybe making a commitment in a relationship, making some changes within that relationship. I like it because your emotions are quite balanced. You're going to feel quite balanced. You're going to feel quite good about the changes that are coming in for you in May. And that's crossed by the Three of Wands. So many wands for you, Capricornians. So many wands. The wands is about change, new pathways, new opportunities, new way of doing things, new way of behaving, new way of seeing things. It could be your perception that changes. But I feel like for many of you, it's a physical change. It's new opportunities. You're wanting change. You're wanting to bring change in. So May is going to see you wanting to bring in some change in your life, doing things differently, really dynamic. It's a really action-packed start to the year. Those first 5 months are filled with activity. So then we've got June. And June, you have the Ten of Cups. June is going to be for you very family oriented, very family centered. There's a lot to do with family. There's a lot to do with friends. There is a lot to do with relationships and happy times. I feel like it's all falling into place, and I feel like you feel really secure and happy about where you are at in your life and what's going on in your life and the plans that you've made. There's a lot to do with family here. There's a lot to do with family here, and there's things that you organise. You've got the Chariot here, and I feel like you're the driving force in this. You are the pinnacle in this. You are also, as well as doing things with family, there's things that you're going to do in your life that you take charge of. You make the final decision. You're deciding what's going on in your life and how things are going to be in your life. It's very much about you making the call, not being influenced by other people, but you deciding what you're going to be doing in your life as well. So there's family situations that come up. This may be you taking charge of an event in the family, or it could be that it's a month of you being in control of your life and the direction that it's taking. I really like that. There's a real determination there. July, you've got the Queen of Cups. For some of you, this is going to be an influence from a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, male or female. Playing a prominent role in July. There's this water sign that's going to play quite a significant part. You'll have contact with this person in July. For some of you, it's the energy. You're going to be feeling quite emotional, but also quite, and I don't feel like, emotions are going to, it's in a bad way. I just feel like you're going to be in tune with your emotions. Your, relationships may play a big part for you in July. Romance may play a big part for you in July. It's also about being nurturing. You may be called upon to be the nurturer, to be in tune with your intuition, because water signs are very intuitive. So be in touch with your intuition. Be the nurturer. So there may arise a situation where you're needing to nurture someone, you're needing to care for someone. It's also about self-nurturing as well. So it can be for some of you that it's a look at, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, do something nice for yourself in July as well. It's crossed by the Emperor. And it's interesting because you've got an emotional, a sort of caring, intuitive energy, but also you're going to feel quite in control and strong about your position, about what you want, about the direction you want to move in. So you may be getting intuitive messages that reinforce where you're moving to, what you're bringing into your life, what you're doing. So there's a confidence also comes about for you in July. What an interesting, that's sort of It's going to be a mixed bag of a month for you in July. All sorts of energies coming in for you, which will be really interesting. Work with it. You're in charge. You're in control. You're in control. You've also got the Ten of Wands. This is August. The Ten of Wands in August. And this is the completion of a cycle. This is the completion of things that you've put in place. Your planning is done, you've put things in place, you've acted accordingly, and in August it comes to a completion here. A completion of actions you've taken, completion of something that you've put in place. And that could be you've started up a business, or you've built a house, or you've done some renovations, or you've changed jobs, and it's done. You have arrived where you're needing to arrive. There's a completion, a sense of completion, a sense of I've done well with that, a sense of satisfaction that comes about in August, which I really like, because you've got the King of Pentacles here, and I get this energy that's coming through for you. You've done well with that, and it's given you the rewards that you've been seeking. It has paid off. It has paid off in your life. Can be in your personal life, it can be in your work life, but it has paid off for you, which is a really good energy, which I really like. So August is going to be a very successful month as well. All your months are just outstanding, my Capricornians. September, you've got the Death card. And September, to me, the Death card is an ending. There's completions. There's completion of a cycle. There's a review of what's gone on in the year. There is a review of what you're leaving behind, what you're taking with you. And that can be attitudes, behaviors, lifestyles, whatever it is for you. There's a sense of completion that comes about with September. There's a completion, and that can flow through from August, a sense of completion. You've done well with that. It's time to close that chapter and start a new chapter. So there's the beginning of a new chapter coming up for you, which I really like, And you've got the Two of Cups here. This is your soulmate. So it could be there's endings of a way of life, there's completions, and there's to allow this new relationship to come in. It can be with a friend, it can be a family member, it can be a significant other, it can be a relationship, an existing relationship where there's a deeper understanding of each other, there's a connection. So there's an ending there. For some of you, I feel like this ending is the ending of a relationship. You've come to a conclusion of this isn't working for me, and it's time to move on from this. It's time to put that behind us. So for some of you, there's an ending of a way of, so it's a mixed bag here really, but I'm getting it's the ending of a way you've been living, because there's this new relationship that's coming through, and this new commitment that you're making. Could be the birth of a child, it could be a new relationship, it could be making a further commitment in a relationship which changes the way you've been living. For others of you, September is where you make a decision about an existing relationship that may not be working for you. It can be a significant other, it can be a family member, it can be a friend, whatever that relationship is for you. But there's completions coming in, there's changes coming in for you in September. Okay, then you've got October. Whatever changes are coming in, they're going to be for the better, because October sees you feeling really good. There's new beginnings coming here for you. There's new financial beginnings. There's new beginnings of health, love, happiness, finances. There's new beginnings on all scores. It's a grounding new beginning. It's earthed. It's practical. There's changes coming that are on a practical note, on a practical sense for you in October. So there's a real turning point here for you in October. What an interesting year you're having, my lovely Capricornians. Let's see what card comes out with this. Okay, well, let's get that. Oh, again, new beginnings, the Lovers. So whatever relationship starts in September certainly takes off by October, because there's commitment, there's new beginnings, there's a connection with your soulmate here. Absolutely. So if there's a relationship that's ending, there's a new one starting almost immediately for you as well. So there's, you know, if you're seeking a relationship, if you're going to meet someone, it's certainly going to solidify very, very quickly. I feel like this relationship will take off really quickly, which is going to really bring in very, very positive changes, and you're going to start seeing those results in October. How fantastic. I like it. Then we come to November. Well, you know, the start of the year was all about wands and action and planning and putting things in place and changes. And the last part of the year, the last 4 months of the year, are about emotions. Here you've got, again, the Two of Cups. So you've had the Two of Cups in September, the Lovers in October, and in November you've got the Two of Cups again, different tarot deck, but still the Two of Cups. This is a connection with the soulmate. So these 3 months are really going to be about relationships, existing relationships, strengthening them, working through them, and having a deeper understanding. New relationships coming through, and it's growing, and it plays quite a prominent role in these 3 months for you. And in November, certainly that just strengthens, it builds. I really like it. It becomes stronger. There's a deeper understanding. It's crossed by the Two of Pentacles here, and so it's about balance. This is about balance. It's about juggling a few things. You know, it could be you're moving in and there's things to work out, there's things to balance, life becomes busier. It's about balancing your personal life and your work life, so that the relationship does fit in, that you work around it. So it's, you know, the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Twos are about balance, are about working things out. Two of Cups is certainly about your soulmate. So it's certainly action-packed with love, I tell you. September, October, November is about relationships. It's about love. And so if you're seeking a relationship, if you're looking for your significant other, your soulmate, they're the 3 months to be working with those energies. Absolutely. Absolutely. I really like that. Then we come to December, and you've got the Knight of Cups, and this is about taking love to a deeper level, going beneath the surface with emotions. There is love letters, there's communication, there's internet, you know, communicating over the internet, emails, dealing with, you know, this is dealing with emotions. This is the unseen forces. So December's going to be a month where your relationship's cemented. It becomes more meaningful and deeper. Cards just flew out everywhere. So it's also going to be that tells me that it's also going to be a very busy month for you, my lovely Capricornians, sorting things out, going through things as well. And it's crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. And so this is the card of your heart's desires, being able to manifest and create what it is you want to bring into your reality. You're very much going to be very practical and very earthed about what is coming through for you. This is your sign. This is your suit. It's where you feel at home. Being the nurturer. You've got the little children around there. Being a nurturer, being a giver, a carer, and being open emotionally as well in December. I really like that. What an interesting year you're going to have. There's so much happening for you here, my lovely Capricornians. I'm going to draw a card from the Angels of Abundance. Oh, there it is, for you, to give you a summary of what's going on for you in 2020, month by month. Okay. Ask for your needs to be met. So it's also about giving out and nurturing, but also looking after yourself. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but that only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So understand that you are working in relationships are playing a prominent part, a prominent role in 2020 for you, and there's a lot happening here. So when you are overwhelmed, when you're needing advice, don't forget to ask for assistance, ask for help. Certainly ask your guides for help. They can't help you unless you ask. That's just the law of the universe, the law of the 3D, because we have free will. So make sure you ask for the assistance that you need. I hope this sits well with you. I hope you have an absolutely exciting and wonderful 2020 ahead for you. If you would like to book a private yearly reading, you can follow the link below to my website, and there you can book your yearly reading that's going to be specific to you. It's only going to run from December and January, so make sure if that's what you would like a yearly reading, make sure you do that. Okay, many blessings.